From spectacular examples of American post-war abstraction to expressive European modernist sculpture, Geri Brawerman's brilliance as a collector lay in her ability to bring together distinct artistic voices that harmonize beautifully, forming a dialogue that invites reflection, discovery, and wonder.
So many of the artists in the Brawerman collection, from Giacometti, Miro, Picasso, to de Kooning, Gottlieb, Calder, are all wrestling with how the human figure, how the human experience is portrayed in the modern world.
The earliest piece here is the Lipschitz. It's such an important work because of where it sits in Lipschitz's journey as a sculptor. He starts out with this very sleek, almost Art Nouveau style, and then he meets Picasso and Gris in the early 1910s and swings completely to the other extreme. Suddenly his work becomes highly abstracted, almost brutally conceptual. And then in 1916, he makes this sculpture of a bather. And in his memoirs, he singles out this very piece as a turning point. And over the next 5 or 6 years, he creates his most important Cubist figures, his true contribution to the story of modern art. And the bather becomes his signature female subject during that time.
So much of what ties the many artists and themes together in the Brawerman collection can be seen in Alexander Calder's Harlequin from 1965. The diamond-shaped patterns that cascade in these very playful forms, all in bright, bold blues and yellows and reds, evoke allusions to an acrobat or a jester. In titling this piece, The Harlequin, Calder's not only tapping into a long cultural tradition of theatricality and movement in referencing Italian commedia dell'arte, he's also playing with one of the great dualities of postmodern art history, which is the liminal space between figure and abstraction.
From there, we leap to this fabulous bust of Giacometti's brother, Diego. It's a totally different approach to form. We have this incredibly tactile surface. Giacometti has pressed and pinched and molded the clay with his hands. You can feel the texture in the skin, in the fabric, and the bone. Every piece by Giacometti is deeply personal, and his busts of Diego most of all. They were inseparable. And you don't find that kind of sibling bond in many artists' lives. Maybe Vincent and Theo van Gogh. But the difference here is Diego isn't just a supporter behind the scenes. He becomes the subject. He's the muse.
In the Brawerman collection, we see a succinct dialogue that showcases this intergenerational handoff, investigating how modern art can remain profoundly human while leaving literal representation behind. A work that so beautifully shows this is Gottlieb's Elegy from 1961. We see in this painting a radiant, circular orb, suggesting perhaps the sun or an eye. It's suspended above a dark, amorphous mass or burst. The contrast between the serene, measured circle and the chaotic, explosive form below creates a very dynamic visual tension between order and chaos, light and darkness, creation and destruction. Rothko's Untitled from 1967 does this as well, although here figuration is removed altogether. Instead, we see luminous white cloud hovering above a deep green, almost black rectangle, all floating against a warm, earthy ground. The edges of the rectangle are feathered, allowing the colors to breathe into one another and into a surrounding space. His color fields feel like breathing forms, metaphysical presences rather than designs.
And speaking of natural forms, that's where Henry Moore comes in. Because with Moore, the connection to nature is literal. He used to pick up bits of driftwood, shells, and stones on his walks and keep them in his studio. This working model for a reclining figure is the perfect example. The idea came from a vertical segment of bone he attached to a piece of flint, and when you see it in person, you can really feel that difference between the two materials. The body has all those organic, rounded contours of flint, you almost want to touch it, and then the head, completely different, sleek, symmetrical, bone-like, something you admire from a distance, in fact, like a perfect piece of industrial design.
The Geri Brawerman Collection stands as a reflection of her enduring curiosity and refined eye. It is more than an assemblage of remarkable works. It is a living testament to art's ability to inspire, to connect us across cultures, and to deepen our understanding of the human spirit.